I paid a high price to buy a body that was already completely dead and took it to a private hospital for resuscitation. I begged the doctors to save my father. I said I would pay any price. The doctors did not ask about the patient. They pushed the body straight into the operating room. But as they were about to examine him, they found he was already dead. Still, the doctors insisted on operating on a dead man because they had already figured out how to manipulate the relatives. They thought I was a very dutiful son, and in a life or death situation, I would do anything to keep my father alive. So this was the perfect chance for them to milk me for money. A group of doctors then started pretending to be busy. People kept going in and out of the operating room. Then the attending physician came to me and handed me a list, saying my father was now in critical condition, and that I needed to hurry and buy medicine, and that it had to be from the pharmacy next to the hospital, because many special drugs were only available at designated places. When I looked at the medicines on the list, there were dozens in total, but I had no idea what each one did. I had no choice but to fill 2 big bags of medicine at the pharmacy according to the list, and those drugs cost me half a year of salary. Then I handed the 2 bags to the nurse. I asked the nurse what these medicines were meant to treat, but to my surprise, the nurse gave me a cold attitude. She snapped that my father had a complicated condition, and that I would not understand if she explained it to me. Then she turned and sent the medicines back to the pharmacy exactly as they were, and she tore into the pharmacist in front of everyone, asking why he could not adapt on the spot. She said in that situation they should have given me the more expensive drugs with higher markups. At that moment, another doctor came out and told me I needed to pay another $500,000 in surgery fees before they could continue the operation. But I said I had already paid the surgery fee when I arrived. The doctor said because my father was in critical condition, they needed to bring in a famous medical expert for the operation. The expert would require an additional fee. After I paid another huge sum, an expert with a grave expression walked into the operating room. Then we paced anxiously outside the operating room. But inside the operating room, everything was strangely calm. All the doctors and nurses were gathered chatting together. About every half hour, one of them would walk out and switch from cheerful to serious in a second. Each doctor acted more like a seasoned actor than a healer. They kept scamming me for payments again and again. Only after I'd handed over all my savings did the doctors finally come out looking somber. They told me they were sorry, and that they had done their best. But my father still could not be resuscitated and had died. I kept asking the doctors to try again, but the doctors said they could not bring a dead man back to life. At that moment I went from frantic to calm, and I asked them were they not in the business of treating the dead. Then I pulled out the death certificate for the body, and told the doctors that the body was not my father at all, but one I had bought from the crematorium. That body had actually been dead for several days already. I asked them what they had been doing inside for more than 8 hours. Was it that as long as there was money in my account, the body would always have a chance to be brought back to life?